My guest today is one of the funniest comedians I know. He's a Detroit native based in LA and produces an awesome show at the Hollywood Improv every Sunday night called Late for Work. Mateen Stewart, welcome to Are You My Veggie Mate?
What's up, man? What's up, Dan the man? What's up, baby? You good?
I'm doing good, mate. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing great, man. Michigan won the national championship for college football. I'm a big Michigan fan. Go blue. So I'm happy. I'm
Woo!
living the life, man.
That's the way to do it, man. It's a perfect Tuesday morning then.
Mm-hmm.
Mate, before we get going, we do have to give a quick shout out to our sponsor. If you're an Aussie expat living in America, what's the one thing you miss from back home? Pies, meat pies. Aussie Pies and Sausages, based here in Los Angeles, California, bake their pies fresh daily and ship to all 50 states. They've got steak pies, lamb pies, curry pies, shepherd's pies, vegan pies. That's right, I said it, vegan pies. They've got a pie made with braised beef in Vegemite called the Mighty Pull. It's absolutely amazing. Add dim sims, party pie, sausage rolls, and don't forget about snot blocks, caramel slices, and lamingtons. I almost forgot. They've got the skinny Aussie snags, the ones you get when you go to vote at the election or when you're hanging out the front of Bunnings in the tent. And they also do private catering. So do yourself a favor, go to AussiePiesAndSausages.com today and tell them the Vegemate sent ya. So, folks, yeah, get yourself some Aussie Pies and Sausages. They're good stuff. All right, Mateen, have you ever had Vegemite before, mate?
Yes. So I have had Vegemite before, but my palate wasn't as refined as it is now. So I was a 17-year-old kid. I was a 17-year-old kid. I was in Australia for a month and I had it, but they pranked me. So they made me just eat like a bunch of it. Like it was like, so I was spreading it like it was like peanut butter. And I only ate just the Vegemite on the bread. And I didn't know the tricks of the trade. And it was a little overpowering for my 17-year-old palate. But I think my palate has matured, so it might be a little different this time.
Well, I'd love to get you on board with the Aussie icon, mate. This brings us, we get to reinvent your palate with Vegemite. I'm looking forward to this, mate. Have you got your Vegemite there?
I got it.
Crack her open, mate. I tell you, give her a good smell. Passes a good smell test. I got a great Christmas present from my parents for the 100th anniversary of Vegemite. They got me a personalized jar with my name on it. I'm stoked.
Here's the thing, man. Like they say that sense, like your smell is the sense that's tied to memory. Like me opening this, I remember the exact moment where I was when I smelt this, where I was in 1999 when I was in Australia. It's, oh my God, it smells like just like a bouillon cube.
It's good, man. It ain't going nowhere either. This thing is in there.
No, look at that. I saw some story. I guess it came from like the byproduct of beer or something. Now I like beer.
It's basically leftover yeast extract. It's left over in the beer vat when they finish making brewer's yeast. Yeah, that's how it came apart.
Now, is this the same thing as Marmite, or is it different process?
No, this is better. This is different than Marmite. Different process. Similar product, but different process, and this tastes infinitely better than Marmite. I mean,
I've never had Marmite, but I'm
away.
Smelling this, and I'm remembering who I was with, where I was, the exact moment that I took the bite of it, and I was like, "Holy shit! What is this?"
Mateen, it's nothing to be scared of, mate. I mean, listen. I mean, it's nothing to be scared of.
Oh.
I'll raw dog it all day.
Oh my God!
It doesn't bother me.
You're raw dog and Vegemite.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's great. It's a big vitamin B hit. It's good for you. So grab your piece of toast.
I see all the nutrients.
It's beautiful for you, mate. Grab your piece of toast. Okay. Now, I've gone a little bit strong. You don't need to go as strong as me. You've learned your lesson the first time. Have you got your butter on there?
Oh, no, I got to put the butter on. Okay.
Yeah, put that on there. That changes the whole world, man. Go strong on the butter.
Okay, I'm putting the butter. I got toasted pita bread, so.
That'll work.
Yeah.
We've had all kinds of variations on this show, mate. Trust me. We've had rice cakes, we've had bagels, we've had you name it. We've tried it.
Okay. So I got my butter on there. Spreading
Right.
my butter on my pita bread. Okay.
So you go, if you were going to put peanut butter on, put half of what you would put on. There you go. That's the best way to gauge it. Half strength, mate.
Half strength for the Vegemite?
Yeah. But
okay.
If you don't treat it as peanut butter, treat it as half of peanut butter.
Okay. So there we are. We going in. We're going to go in. Look at that. This is like, it's, come on, bro. It's not moving, dog. It's like chocolate.
Yeah, that's probably enough. What you've got there.
Okay.
You've essentially, that'll. If you spread that out, that'll probably do you.
Okay.
You've essentially got a lifetime supply of Vegemite right there.
Okay, so
because
it looks like
it doesn't go off. It never goes bad. There's an expiry date on it, but I've never seen a jar of Vegemite go bad.
Okay. Okay, so we got it.
All right, give us a look at what you've got, man. Let's see how you rate. Ooh, dangerous, man. You're a dangerous man, Mateen.
Hey, man, you only live once, man. You only live once.
Mate, this is where Australians around America and all over the world, we find out, Mateen Stewart, are you our veggie mate? Bottoms up, buddy.
Hey, cheers, man. Okay. Remember when I said my palate matured? It didn't. It did not. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
No?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
It's beautiful. It's in 80% of Australian households, man.
I know. I feel like I'm just eating like butter and shoe polish right now. I'm gonna take it. I gotta do one. I gotta go for a second. I'm gonna go for a second bite. Okay. No, I don't think it's for me.
Not for you?
I think it's just concentrated. I'm gonna tell you one more. Like you said, I think this will last me a lifetime.
Oh, it will. It'll definitely last you a lifetime.
Is this the only way that you eat it? Is this with the bread vessel? Do you use it in cooking?
It's the starter package, mate. I made a Vegemite and cheese pizza with my dad while I was over in Australia. That was fantastic, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
That was absolutely amazing.
Braise
beef. You can use it to braise beef.
Okay.
Our sponsor does a meat pie called the Mighty Pull, which is braised beef in a pie, an Australian meat pie, which is absolutely phenomenal. If you ever get one of those from Aussie Pies and Sausages, check it out. A Mighty Pull. It's fantastic. Might be a double entendre there with a name as well. I think he's a bit dirty, old JJ, the guy who does the pies. A Mighty Pull's a whole different thing in Australia.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever tasted anything this strong. It's pungent. Like this is a one of a kind taste. Like you can't duplicate this flavor. You'll never taste anything like this. It definitely just tastes like Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely that. Well, the Detroit and your Detroit guys, I've had a few Detroiters on here now, and we're about 50-50.
Yeah. I'm not saying like I'm continuing to eat it.
I know you haven't stopped. You haven't gone off the deep end. I mean, I have had some people who Dean Del Rey bought the jar back to the club and told me to get the fucking shit out of my house. That's basically.
Oh wow! Yeah, I'm gonna finish it because I finished what I start, but I don't think I'll ever have to do that again.
You don't think so? You don't see it coming out?
No, I don't know. Maybe I would try it maybe in another form, but with this vessel, the bread and the butter. One thing I can say. The butter does take some of the bite out of it because last time when I tried,
if you ever have to simulate a tooth knocked out,
yeah, yeah, it was exactly what it was.
Hockey teeth. I think you can do it.
Mm-hmm. I feel like I'm gonna be tasting this at least till Christmas.
An aftertaste? Nah, come on, mate.
Yeah, after an aftertaste. Like this is how you know that times were bad for human beings because someone scraped this and tasted it. It was like, oh, we can make this a source of food.
So so you're producing shows at the Improv every Sunday, pretty much.
I just host it. Yeah.
Oh, you host. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what do you see as the biggest challenges right now for a stand-up comedian in Los Angeles?
The biggest challenge I feel is that there's not a lot of wiggle room for like newer comics and comics that's like kind of in the middle for me. Los Angeles is a city that's very celebrity based. So there's a lot of like that culture here where if you're a celebrity via like internet celebrity or like traditional what a celebrity is. So yeah, it's hard to get in to like a normal ebb and flow of like trying to see like where do I fit in here? Because there's no real due process to a lot of the clubs out here. You know, your manager can get you an audition for this club and like you won't work. And people don't realize there's so many comedians here in Los Angeles. I always joke and say if Thanos killed half the world, there would still be too many comedians in Los Angeles. Because it's just more accessible. Comedy's more accessible, so there's more people doing it.
Right.
And so yeah, I think it's just navigating your way to try to find your lane, and then trying to get into the clubs. Because once you get into the clubs, that's good, but you can still get into the clubs, and the clubs still might not book you. So that's the biggest thing. Is like, oh, getting into the clubs, yeah, that's fine. Getting booked by the clubs is the hardest thing to do.
Yeah, I see that. I mean, just at my level, just trying to get through. I'm significantly rungs lower than you in this, and I'm in trench warfare basically at my level. It's basically every man for himself, and see what you can make happen. But you're right. I'll see a guy with the Laugh Factory get booked once, and then go, oh, when am I going to get booked again? You're like, now you're in a fight with another 400 comics who are trying to get booked every week.
Yeah, and there's not a lot of spots. There's too many comedians and not enough spots. And you know, there's a lot of comics that live here that don't even work the clubs. They just live here so they can be in LA and be around it, and then they just do the road stuff. So I'm just trying to find the balance and all that, because I you know, having a kid, like I don't want to be on the road, you know, all the time. And the last couple of years I've been lucky because I was able to book a couple commercials. So that like kind of kept me afloat for a bit. But yeah, man, I love doing what I do, and I feel like a lot of times comedians, we don't take a step back and appreciate the things that we have accomplished and the places that we are. And you know, if you would have told me 12 years ago when I started comedy that I would be hosting a show every week at the Improv, I would be like, really? That's the coolest thing ever. So yeah, man, that's what it is. Yeah.
Well, Mateen, where can people find your comedy?
You can find me at Mateen Stewart across the board. I'm the only Mateen Stewart in the world, so I'm pretty easy to find. And yeah, I'll be in New Orleans next week on the 20th. I'm at the Dragon's Den in New Orleans, and yeah, come see me every week at the Improv, late for work at 9:00.
Well, fantastic, Mateen. You are definitely our Vegemate today, mate.
Yeah, I finished it.
You finished it. That's the key. You finished it. It's so good. Oh, you just
how could
look
at this. Look at it. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Look at this. This knife ain't moving, dog. I can use this as a weapon now. Like, get out my house.
All right, mate. Cheers, Mateen. Thank you very much, man.